Lore Boys here.
Oh, Peter, it's me! That's my episode! You got the order backwards!
I'm sorry.
Guys, it's Ethan, Lore Boys here. Welcome to the show. Jamie, you had a skit for us. Go ahead.
Pizza's here!
Ooh, I hope there's soy cheese, because my belly can't take it.
Yeah. Peter does not like cows.
I'm lactose intolerant, yeah.
Today I woke up, my name, by the way, is James Miller. Who else are you guys?
I'm Peter O'Donohue.
I'm Ethan. I already said that. This is the Lore Boys.
Lore Boys, yeah.
Comedy/lore podcast. We're a podcast.
I woke up from my Saturday nap to these two lovely boys bringing me a new microphone. So
Yeah.
If you find yourself, I said this earlier, more sexually attracted to Jamie, this is why.
Now you know why, yeah.
Because we got him a USB mic.
No longer using a directional singing mic to do a podcast, which is...
Yeah, well, you know, the fact that we can get to, thank you very much, 21,000 downloads.
Yep.
With, you know, that kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Really.
With a jerry-rig setup.
It's really more about you guys.
Yeah.
And your tolerance for complete shit.
Yeah.
Thing is, though,
garbage.
absolutely no more singing. Because we don't have a singing mic anymore, so...
That is true.
There's only talking
This
from
is
now
the
on.
last time you ever get to hear us talk about Disney's Hercules.
Be a man.
You must be swift as a coat.
Be
Hey,
a
what-
man,
what-
but also
what-
half a god.
What did I just say, guys?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No more singing.
I feel like I have more power now that I'm behind the desk,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, so we got him a new mic. His wire is extrememely short, so he has to sit right next to the computer. He's basically got the computer in his lap.
Yeah. It's like, what kind of mic comes with a 2-foot cable? 2.5 feet? What the fuck is that? $55 well spent, Ethan. Merry Christmas, Jamie.
55 Canadian dollars, Peter.
Oh, 55 Canadian pesos.
Yeah. So I guess it was like $20 in American, but
Yeah.
still sounds better than he sounded before, so can't be all that bad.
Exactly.
We've graduated from the podcasting equivalent of tin cans with a string between them to, I don't know,
to...
lead cans with a string between.
We'll all get poisoned and go crazy in 3 years.
Yeah. It's going to happen anyway, right?
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Ethan.
So, speaking of going crazy, let's get this podcast back on track, huh?
Yeah.
So we do talk about a topic usually. And for anybody who's looked at the title of this podcast,
And saw that it was Sigmar Part 3.
or listened to the last 2 episodes, or saw the artwork, you guys probably already know that what we're talking about, even though we haven't started talking about it yet.
No.
We're closing up Sigmar, our Siggy boy.
Age of Sigmar.
We're getting to the age of Sigmar now. And
Which I'm excited about. I've had a lot of fun listening to these ones. They're very dense, and I'll admit, I couldn't remember a fucking thing when I was doing the artwork for Part 2. I was just like, who the fuck is this guy? I ended up Googling End Times Chaos Knight, and it was just like Archaon, the Everchosen. I was like, okay, thank God.
He's like
for
the
that.
main guy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always have such fun listening to it, but then at the end, like, there's just so many names, it's hard to hold on to everything, but I'll just ask you questions if we get lost at all.
So let's, you guys want a lightning round through the last 2 episodes? I guess for anybody jumping into this one, we have done 2 episodes. You should be able to listen to this one okay, just on its own, but you probably enjoy it more if you went back and listened to the last 2 episodes.
You can do some extra credit work. This isn't homework, but if you want that A++ for podcast listening, from what I remember, Sigmar, born under the twin-tailed comet, grew up and saved a dwarf king who gave him a magic hammer, and he defeated
He's doing it.
a demon of some description.
He's getting there.
The one and only time. And then
Then he went to go to
he killed a necromancer whose name I forgot.
Nagal.
Nagal.
Or no, Nagath.
Nagash.
Yeah.
He killed Nagash and took his crown because he thought it was cool, and then refused to take it off for several thousand.
Killed another necromancer who wasn't Nagash.
And took his crown.
Took Nagash. It was Nagash's crown
Okay.
that he had given to this other necromancer. Nagash being the Lord of Death.
Right.
And the Lord of Death came for him and devastated the realm of man.
And he ended up hanging out with a bog witch who was his best friend, who was just like, hey,
Kind of like a mentor.
never take off that crown, and also never stop fighting.
Yeah.
And then eventually he got to a point where he was like, no, I need to stop, took off the crown, went back to being a normal human king, and then was like, fuck this shit.
Disappeared.
And left. He was like, hey guys, I'm going to go to the World's Edge Mountains and become a god.
That was after defeating the first Everchosen.
Right.
And stopping the first Great Chaos Incursion.
Jambo, you want to cover part 2?
Oh, boy.
Give us the spark notes.
Yeah, I was hoping...
I'm getting ready. I'm going to Paris next week.
I hope Ethan
true.
I was hoping Ethan was going to do this, but I can try and fill in. So he went to the World's Edge Mountains, and then the Pantheon of the Gods, and then he had to go collect all the artifacts or something.
Wrong guy.
Wrong guy.
The
okay.
bad guy went to go collect artifacts.
Oh, the bad guy collects all the
So
artifacts.
Sigmar became a god.
Yeah.
And he's like, my work's done. Just let me put my feet up, crack open, punch a couple tins with my boys up here in the world.
Hell
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
dude. Get my car keys in the bottom of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fishbowl of the gods.
Punch a couple tins is a good one. I like that.
That's an Aussie expression.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking with my friend Jacob, and he said he's coming to visit in Australia, or coming to visit in April,
And he's going to
which
punch
starts
some
with the
tins.
same letter as Australia does.
Yeah, that's true. That's how I got confused.
And he said we're gonna punch a couple tins. I was like, that's great.
Cool.
So
The other guy.
there was another guy who was the beget of a northern barbarian and a southern woman.
Right, I remember this. Yeah.
A tame woman. When he became a paladin of Sigmar, basically. When he found out the truth of his origin, when he watched his origin story movie, he was like, "Oh God!"
He watched his own prequel.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh God, I'm a monster." And then
I would love that when everyone hit puberty, they just had to sit down and watch their origin.
That's why teenagers are so fucking self-conscious. That'd fuck you up forever.
Oh God. I've seen things I can never forget. So he became a paladin of Sigmar. Then he found that out, and then he said, "Well, fuck this. The Sigmar didn't do me good," because he prayed to Sigmar, and Sigmar was just like partying with the boys. He was at the swinger party. And he missed the call from his paladin.
Phone was on vibrate.
Yeah,
He left it
exactly.
on a desk.
Yeah. So then Archaon, who was Diedrich Kastner at the time.
Yeah, the art from last week.
Last week's
Archaon, the
it was
Three-Eyed King.
Archaon, yeah.
Yeah, he decided, well, fuck Sigmar and the good gods because they won't answer my prayers. But he also hated the Chaos gods for making him who he was. So he was like, fuck it, I'm just going to kill everyone. But that doesn't really work because the Chaos gods kind of feed off violence and destruction.
The blood god?
Yeah, like literally the blood
Corn.
god who gets stronger for every dead body killed in his name, good or bad. But yeah, he brought about end times. He collected 6 treasures of chaos and ended the world fighting with Sigmar in the end. That's where it ended last week
Was the world. Yeah.
Was the world ending and Sigmar and Archaon battling eternally.
And the
Like
basement.
as it faded to black.
In like catacombs beneath a city.
No. So like the catacombs beneath the cities where the portal to chaos was opened,
Right.
And then chaos devoured the world, and they were just kind of floating in like null space, I guess. So,
Okay.
like, it's very like nondescript and unclear.
Yeah. They were playing Yu-Gi-Oh in their mom's basement.
Right.
And
Yeah.
seeing who'd win.
Yeah, somebody pulled out Blue Eyes White Dragon,
Exactly. But
that
they
the
have
best
really high
card in
life
that?
pools.
but
so
somebody had a trap card.
And held it between 2 of their fingers.
yeah.
Yeah, and blasted Kaiba away.
I'm really happy you guys got me this mic, but I was really hoping you were going to get me that arm thing that you can duel with Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh, the blade?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
My little brother had one of those when I was a kid.
Kyle had one. I remember playing with
Very
it. I never knew how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but my buddy Kyle had one. Where it had like a button on it and it would extend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to
that was
tournaments.
that was some Primo Zellers shit right there.
I went to tournaments, but it was before like I used the internet to build decks, so I just would
Just show up.
I get trashed every single time. Yeah.
So as light faded on the world that was in the wake of the Chaos Gods' victory of the end times, one light shone.
Was it Sigmar?
Oh, Peter, you ruined the surprise!
Sorry.
My whole script is just garbage now.
The Christmas cracker. It's like, is it a paper crown?
So there were those who survived the end times, though they are few. The reptilian Slan and some gods of yore, though the truths of what really happened were slowly lost over time. So the Slan are the progenitor lizard men or lizard people. They survived through chaos devouring the entire world and persisted into the new world.
So from what I recall in the other episodes, the lizard men were the first sentient race on this
the
planet.
Slan specifically were the first sentient race created by the old gods.
And then they created or turned into or something the lizard men who like are Aztec themed. And then
we didn't really talk about
the other races
last week. But yeah, they were the first race.
Yeah.
Not all races came from them. Obviously, like there's a lot of different like other gods who came about through other ways. But the lizard people were the first people in the old world.
Yeah,
the world that was. Sigmar as well remained of that time. His world broken into fragments, its core sent hurtling across the void. He was left clinging to it and was borne upon it towards the mortal realms, though he didn't know it. So, following the destruction of the world before time, the land before time, I guess you could say. Ducky! Yeah. Yep. So the world was destroyed.
Sigmar hurtling through space, wait, and then Petrie behind him, like, wait for Petrie.
Littlefoot's mom dying was sad.
I wasn't allowed to watch the first Lord of the Rings. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Never mind. Carry on.
J.R. Tolkien's
Nope.
before time.
Never mind. I'm an idiot. Carry on.
Do you remember when Gandalf's mom died and we all cried?
It was very sad. My sister would always cry.
Yep. Frodo
That's what
almost
Pippin used to say.
Frodo almost brought the ring back, and then the meteor hit, and that's how it ended.
Sam couldn't speak. He was always he was like Spike or whatever.
Yeah. The whole fellowship fell into a big pile of mud and scared Frodo because
they turned into a tar monster.
Frodo fell into a hole, and then Sam spoke for the first time. Share the load.
Okay, good. All right. Good meme.
So, following the destruction of the land before time, the death of all the dinosaurs, the energy from that world, the old world, released, slowly reformed into the 8 realm spheres. While these may be isolated, they are still linked. These eight spheres would come to be known as the 8 mortal realms and are as follows. So the world was destroyed.
Yeah.
The energy from it formed into 8 new worlds. Basically.
Because energy cannot be destroyed?
I suppose, yeah. If physics works the same in the Warhammer universe as it does in
Yo, they got gravity there?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it works the same.
I really want to picture these. Are they like close together? Or are they like flying apart from each other?
They're kind of like indistinctly floating in void.
Okay.
So they're kind of like different planets, I guess.
Sure.
There's a cool map that I can show you guys after. That's kind of looks like a horological map or an astrological map.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know what astrological maps look like. I never went traveling in the stars.
Think hippie star charts.
Yeah. Crab, goat, 2 fish, mermaid.
Circles with like lines.
Some others.
Stars
presumably.
and shit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Libra, Cancer, or something.
So the 8 realms are...
Bow and arrow.
The 8 realms are Azir, the realm of heavens. Akshi, the realm of fire. Shyish, the realm of death, also known as the Amethyst realm.
Cool.
Gyran, the Jade Kingdoms, also known as the realm of life.
Gyran so far away.
Yeah. I was thinking it
Gyran all night and day.
Yeah.
Hish, the realm of light. Gur, the realm of beasts. Chaman, the realm of metal. Ulgu, the realm of shadows.
I love that the realm of beasts is just named after the noises they make. Grr. Grr.
Spelled Ghur.
Okay.
Gur.
Grr.
Well, that's part of one of those
Ben Gur.
That's kind of part of one of those Historica minutes on CBC where like the French explorers before they were colonists showed up and spoke to like a native chief, and he was like, "Where are we?" And he's like, "Kanata."
Yeah.
And then they're just like, "Oh, okay." And the main explorer, who's just like a big dumb idiot, is just like, "Oh, we're in Canada." And then they have like a Jesuit with them, and he's like, "No, I'm pretty sure he just means the people, the village." And then it zooms out. It's like Canada. It's part of our heritage.
Yeah. We're in Canada, and they're all Indians. Like,
what? I like how the Jesuit of all people is the good guy in that one. It's just like, no, you're wrong, dumb French explorer funded by an evil king or whatever.
They were all dumb French explorers, right? Even the English ones, I would say.
Especially the English ones. Yes. They were the dumbest and Frenchest explorers.
Oh boy!
As we established last episode of Sigmar, this world is objectively better because there is no France.
There's no France, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. There's a through line there. Okay.
We talked about the great low-hanging fruit that the French are for making fun of. So these 8 realms were formed from the dust of Sigmar's old world, and each was unique and abounding with arcane potential. So towards the center of each plane, the magic holds more firmly, and it behaves like more conventionally, so it's more like low magic.
Is this your card?
Kind of like nothing floats, and then kind of when you get to the edge of each world, so it kind of implies that the realms are like flat Earths. You know what I mean?
I see. So this is a documentary that you're talking about right
now? We're talking now. We're starting to see some similarities with the real world.
Yeah,
is what
I'm
saying.
Yeah.
That
magic is silly, but this I understand.
Yeah, the planets are flat. So, well, at the very least,
aren't they all? Like that only makes sense.
Yeah,
I know it's a fantasy world, but let's not get too crazy.
Yeah.
What other shape could they possibly be? Conical?
Yeah.
That would be comical.
Boo, Ethan.
I worked on that joke for like so long.
Back pocket for a year and a half. Just like, well, we do Sigmar, man. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
He just crossed it off his notepad too.
Yeah,
After he
scribbles
said it.
furiously. Yeah. And I put a bunch of check marks next to it, like big hit.
One more thing on his list. He's like, then I can die.
If you guys listen closely right now, you can hear the listeners laughing. So towards the outer edges of our Discworlds, however, the magic was frayed, lands were wild and untamed, abounding with mystery and potential. Here's where you might see, like, spooky floating rocks with, like, purple mist and stuff.
So that's kind of cool. Would that mean the landscape... like, let's say you took an airplane.
Okay, I'm following you so far.
Looked out onto the horizon.
Oh, wait, am I in the airplane?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just kind of the way...
I didn't take the airplane anymore. I don't have the airplane, but I'm on the airplane.
You're on the airplane, and let's say you're looking out the window and you can see the horizon going off into the distance. Would you see, like, normal land going off into, like, these, like, fractured floating rocks of, like, chaotic magic?
Yeah, essentially.
All right, cool.
Like there's
If you
more
can get
magic
high
on the
enough.
ends, so there's like Chris Angels and David Blaine's, like
Yeah,
just
exactly.
wowing people in the streets.
Yeah,
and shit.
okay,
Exactly. And Chris Angel and David Blaine's is actually like the cardinal directions because they hate each other so much that they'll always stay at polar opposites.
If they move too close to each other, it'll throw off the rotation of everything.
Well, they repel each other. They attract each other? How do magnets work?
Opposites attract.
Yeah, opposites.
So they're both positive
Yeah, that's it. They're both north.
street wizards.
And north and south do change in the Warhammer universe because it just depends on where they are at any given time.
Okay, yeah.
David Blaine and Chris Angel.
God,
I'm thinking of in context of the tabletop, like, I'm gonna roll for damage. Actually, the magnets have been changing, so you're gonna have to roll for Chris or Blaine.
Did you just say you were aiming northeast? Guess what? Northeast just shifted, sucker.
Yeah, exactly.
I paid off David Blaine to perform his magic trick and appear in a box at the other end of the table.
And then he just like that look that he does at the camera. He looks at your opponent.
Yeah. David Blaine walks into the game store like, "What's up, bitches?" I don't know what David Blaine sounds like. I don't know if I've ever heard him speak.
I certainly have not. All I was thinking about him doing was holding an entire deck of 52 cards and just like squeezing them so they just rocket out of his hands all over the floor, and he's just like fucking mind freak.
Mind freak. That's Chris Angel.
That's Chris Angel.
Whatever, fine.
Well, you got it wrong.
They're
So
polar opposites in this universe. Like
Jamie, get the paddle. Peter needs a paddling. Come here, Peter. Come here. No. That'll learn you to be wrong on my podcast.
About wizards.
Yeah.
Street magicians.
Yeah.
don't worry, we'll kiss it all better after this.
We take street magicians and kissing each other very seriously.
And paddling.
And paddling. Especially the paddling.
It's the only way I feel alive.
Yeah. A little bit of pain just lets you know you're still alive.
So each of these 8 realms is connected by something called a realm gate. Massive stone edifices powered to deliver anything across the realms. Each realm gate has a distinct flavor to it, much like the 8 realms.
Can you travel to any realm from a gate, or is there like, or are they linear, or
You can travel to any other gate from any gate.
Okay.
Each gate does have a flavor to it. Like there's one that's like near a volcano, so it's like the Ashen Gate, I think it's called.
There's one that's Cool Ranch.
There's Cool
Ranch Gate.
Yeah, there's
That's in the Arctic.
Crystal Pepsi.
Okay.
Which was very popular for a while, but it got but another realm ended up releasing the Tab Clear, which killed Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah.
The Crystal Pepsi Gate.
Yeah.
So
Cranberry Sprite, hit us up, Sprite.
Yeah.
Want to Sprite
Yo,
cranberry?
LeBron, crunch at me.
I love it. You reverse the me.
Yeah, I know.
It's called. You want a cranberry Sprite? Oh boy. Ooh. We're hip young kids.
Okay, so I'm actually really following this one more than the other ones. Right now, we have 8 spheres just like hurtling through space. They all have their own like elements or like beast fire, different things.
Yeah,
gods.
exactly. So
and they have fast travel points in each one of them where you can travel to each other one.
Yeah, exactly. So each of them has like its own kind of flavor. So like the realm of life is like all jungles and like exploding vegetation and
Plants and
very like elven.
Okay.
Elven. The realm
One
of
for the money. Elvish?
What?
Elvis. Peter.
Oh, okay.
Like the Presley.
Yes.
President of rock and roll.
Yeah.
That was his title, right?
Yeah, from what I understand.
Uh-huh.
The president.
He invented the stanky leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A little bit of Elvis lore for you there.
Exactly.
Yeah, 2 lores in 1? What a deal. And the podcast is free.
Yeah, technically David Blaine and Chris Angel lore too, so you guys are getting your money's worth out of this one.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, so like the realm of metal is where the dwarves might end up because it's like a lot of metal,
smithing and
industry forges and stuff like that. Yeah,
they will destroy their atmosphere within 1,000 years.
The realm of death is like where spooky ghosts might end up showing up.
Don't go there.
Don't go there. It's scary.
Don't go to that place. That's a bad place.
Yeah, so we have these 8 worlds that have formed from the dust of the ruined world, the world that was the old world.
I do like when they kind of take real physics and put them into fantasy realms because like stars are collapsed gas giants and shit and like
like so many stars are formed from the original Big Bang, which just spread dust across the universe,
exactly
right?
and like our planet is
years.
like just enough rocks that collided together to create a gravitational field
and ended up exactly far enough away from the sun. It's pretty cool,
pretty good.
Yeah God's been pretty good to us, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yes,
amen.
Christian podcast.
Amen.
This whole time we got you.
Well, Christ Angel.
Christ Angel.
Christ Angel.
Street miracles in Jerusalem.
Yeah, Christ Angel is west, where the sun sets.
Oh.
In the Warhammer 40k, so. So yeah, we have these 8 realms, which formed from the dust of the old world, and we have Sigmar clinging to a fragment of the old world, hurtling through space towards these, though he didn't know it at the time. So I don't know, like, what kind of, like, weird...
Is he the new twin-tailed comet in some way?
It's kind of like a parallel, I suppose.
Yeah.
So
he's a space cowboy.
He's on a hunk of what's known as Sigmarite.
I thought he was a toker.
Yeah,
Midnight Smoker.
He was one of those. I can't remember. I think he might have been Maurice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
think we said that in the last episode.
No, we said it in the first one.
Yeah, we did. We've done that goof before.
Yeah.
Sigmar being these things. I thought it was a callback.
Okay.
I intended it to be a callback.
At this point, it's been almost a month. Like,
Jamie got a new mic and he still fucks it all up. God damn it.
3rd week of Sigmar.
Yeah.
So he's clinging to a hunk of what's called Sigmarite, which we haven't really talked about, but it's like a precious metal in the old world that was named after him after it was discovered.
Is it a space metal, kind of like
no,
iridium?
It's an earth
iridium,
metal.
That's it. Yeah.
It's an earth metal, and it just has like good properties for like holding magic enchantments and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like valuable for making legendary weapons and stuff.
Cool.
And it was named after him after its discovery at some
Jinx.
point, I suppose. So he's clinging to this rock, and during his journey across the cosmos, the great Drake Dracothian comes across Sigmar, unconscious and clinging to the core of the world that was.
Great Drake Dracothian?
Yeah. His name is Dracothian, and he's a great Drake, a celestial Drake. He's like an ancient being that lives in the celestial realm, like flies through space. He's an astral dragon from Dungeons and Dragons, essentially.
Well, Drakes aren't dragons, right? Because they're missing arms or something?
It's
Drake, technically by that logic, doesn't even have wings. It has 4 legs, but...
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, because Drake is 4 legs, no wings.
Drake used to be on
Wyvern,
Degrassi, right?
Wyvern is what's in Skyrim, which is...
Wyvern is 2 wings, 2 legs.
Yeah.
Dragon's 4 legs, 2 wings.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's a worm?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those are like giant serpents.
Yeah.
Those are just no legs and wings, right?
No legs, no wings. To my knowledge.
Oh, no, not those worms, Peter. Not the ones you go fishing with.
I'm going to the tackle shop. No. I'm just like, Barkeep, bring me up some worms. Yeah. Some shit, whatever you say at a tackle shop.
Magical serpents come out.
So the great Drake, whatever that is, at first was entranced by the gleam of the world that was, and chased it with the intentions to set it in the heavens and better admire its beauty.
Is he like a big treasure hoarder? Did you think it was just like something mad fancy?
Well, yeah, there's like this. So like Sigmarite is like gold colored.
Yeah.
So like Sigmar's armor is often depicted as like the shining gold armor, and like his best generals have that. That's made out of Sigmarite, basically.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he sees this gleaming rock like just whipping through space, and he's like, "Hey, that's a cool rock. I'm gonna go bring it back to my place. You know, just look at it. It's pretty.
Put that up on the mantelpiece."
Yeah, that's it. And then he's like, "Oh God, there's a person on it. There's a naked man on this rock.
Ew.
That's so epic, though. Imagine having enough power that you can just like see a rock in space and like just like a bottle floating in the ocean, you can just swim out and get it, kind of thing. It's like, really cool.
Check it out.
If only I was a celestial dragon.
Yeah. So only as he got closer to it did he notice the unconscious form of Sigmar clinging to its pitted surface. Dracothian awakened Sigmar by granting him his breath, and Sigmar, grateful, granted the Drake a piece of Sigmarite. So I guess he tried to blow Sigmar off because he thought it was gross. He was like, ew.
Yeah.
And then like Sigmar's like wind in his face. He's like, oh, long was I sleeping for?
Millennia.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I have wasted so much time.
I overslept. Oh fuck.
Where am I? I don't know. In the infinite void of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the end times over yet? Like, what end times?
Yeah.
So yeah. Now that Sigmar was friends with the dragon, he set out to do what he did best: rampage across the galaxy, killing in the name of order.
Nice.
Would we expect any less from our boy Siggy at this point?
No.
Man.
No.
It's like his
He's
thing.
like a benevolent fascist.
Yeah, exactly. He sure does paint himself as one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, all right, well, I'm back, baby. The dragon Dracothian shows him like, hey, like while you've been sleeping, these 8 realms popped up. Why don't you go check them out? And Sigmar's like, okay, yeah.
Are there people to kill?
There's locals there. Maybe I'll go kill some and save the others and have them worship me.
The dragon, of course, being a celestial being, was like, sounds reasonable to me. Off you get. Spank on the ass.
Yeah, exactly. All right, don't come back now.
Yeah.
Don't come back. I don't want to see you before the next end times.
Yeah.
You better end the world again.
Yeah. So there's many tales of Sigmar's supremacy across the realm, slaying the Hydragors, guardians of the gates of the dead.
Hydragors. Do you know what they look like?
No, there's no descriptions of visual descriptions of any of these things. I actually looked them up, but they got cool names.
Only Sigmar knows what they look
Guardians
like.
of the Gates of the Dead, yeah, and he killed them.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't even exist. He just told everybody that he killed them. Oh yeah, there's some Hydragors by the Gates of the Dead that I killed before I got here, guys.
Like
so.
all the gates are just these big empty rooms.
Yeah.
And just like, well, nobody's gonna write a legend about this.
Sigmar did nothing. He just took a rock nap and then
Yeah.
told everyone that.
Just showed up. Like, what have you been doing? Oh, Siggy! Welcome back, dude. What have you been doing for the past 1,000 years?
Saving the universe, no big deal.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. Really? I didn't think we were in trouble. Like, it's been so peaceful ever since the world ended.
Trust, man. There
Yeah.
was so much trouble before I showed up.
Your armor's real
way, no
shiny,
way.
so I trust you.
Yeah.
Man, like fucking Hydragors.
Yeah.
What's that look like?
Yes, yeah,
bad.
uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, they're big. They were at the Gates of the Dead, where you probably don't want to go anyway. It's
Don't
pretty
do that,
garbage
yeah,
out there.
Yeah.
There was 2, and I killed both. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal.
Oh,
What is he though? Like he's like the grumpy dog from Balto. And he tells
I
that
don't know
Too
that.
long since I've seen Balto.
whatever. He just lies
Way
about
in
all
the
his stories.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Good.
If you can't sing anymore, so saith Jamie. So speaketh Jamie of the new mic.
I'm
Then-
Balto the dog. I'm off to save a little child with pneumonia. My
Yeah.
movie is based on a real story.
I have a Russian goose friend.
And I got a friend who's a goose from Russia.
Eat soap at some point.
He eats soap. Gross.
We talked about this.
You're not my god. Sigmar is my god, Jamie.
Yeah, frig. I'll even let Jamie do his stupid pizza skit for now. He's gonna tell us that we can't sing.
I didn't actually want to do that, but I had to because you set me up.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
If you had never thought of it, this wouldn't have happened.
He also overthrew the Volk giants, which is like volcano giants.
Oh, I was thinking thinking Volk because lightning. Like,
Oh, is that pizza?
God damn it!
Who's at the door? Did you guys hear something?
How many pizzas did you order, Jamie?
You got a veggie one this time, right?
And dairy-free cheese for me, because both
Yeah,
Ethan and I's little coward bellies can't handle it.
Some people
coward
cook-
principles on my count. But
Yeah.
Some people cook it on a wood oven. I cooked it on those volcano giants we just talked
Hell
about.
yeah,
nice.
the Volkners or
Yeah,
something.
Volk giants.
There you go.
Just VOLC dash giants.
volcano giants.
Like they got really lazy and didn't want to add the ANO.
yeah, and they made the word longer.
Yeah.
So they have lava beards.
Presumably they had lava beards.
Sweet.
They had ember eyes, and I don't know, hammers made of fire, stuff like that. He
Cool.
smited Imnog, the grandfather of Gargants and sire of the god beast Behemoth. So god beasts are like super powerful beings, kind of like the great drakes. Just like ancient beings which kind of like exist throughout the universe and are like monstrous. He killed their grandpappy. Or one of them's dad, who is also the grandfather of Gargants, being like all normal giants, trolls, things like that are all like Gargants.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ogres and stuff like that are all Gargants.
Cyclops.
Cyclops would be a gargant.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like gargantuan again without 3 letters.
Yeah.
So.
Ethan's girlfriend.
Whoa!
Got him.
She's got one eye. Whoa! She loves guarding treasure.
That's how you guys met. You were on a quest for treasure.
I was on a quest for treasure. I was actually going to rescue my girlfriend at the time, who she kidnapped and ripped in half.
It said, while I'm here.
I said, and she had me in her grip, and she was about to rip me in half. And I said, "Hey, baby,
That's my fetish.
you got quite the luminous eye. I love your tooth."
One fang
Yeah,
off
that's it.
center.
I wish I could grow a mustache like that. Ooh. Hello. Yeah.
True love.
She's great. She's great.
That might be your art.
Just me smooth talking a Cyclops.
No,
with a mustache?
I would rotate you out for Sigmar, but
Okay.
then yes, smooth talking a
Make it a big
a
you make it a big titty
a
Cyclops.
tragically unattractive Cyclops.
But big titty, right?
Oh hell yeah!
Big titty Cyclops, yeah.
I don't.
Do you think they only have one? Or
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
no, I think it's just the eye that is the
Baby's
one.
got one eye. How's he fucking supposed to aim at 2 titties
How would she have
when he's got a breastfeed?
She's got one of everything.
Yeah.
I'm dating her. She's got one of everything.
Yeah.
Dude. Trust me.
One eye, one tooth, one nostril, just right in the middle. That
Oh,
breathes
it's a big
very
hole.
heavily straight out.
It sprays a lot. It sprays
Yeah,
a lot.
And one love, Ethan Palmer.
One life.
Hell yeah.
She only got one life too.
Dead now. Sigmar killed her. I guess.
Sigmar killed her, or Sigmar smooth talked her into kill yourself. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Or he dicked her so good that she fell asleep, and then he got up and quietly put his jeans back on, turned around, and stoved her head in with his hammer.
He actually did that to her grandfather, though.
Whatever, man. You fuck whoever you want. It's not my
You
business.
ever flex on a girl just by fucking her grandfather? Sigmar did. That's the kind of boy our hero is. He's just, you know.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, baby, I brought you these flowers. Oh, damn. Who's that in the rocker?
Yeah.
What's his story?
Hey, little pappy Cyclops.
Yeah. Hey there, Poppy. You serving the war? Ooh.
Yeah. I like me a veteran.
Yeah. Oh, I love me a man in uniform. Ooh. So, Behemoth.
So Sigmar at this point in our story is a fucking time traveling pervert.
He time travels. He lies about the killing those things at the gates of the dead.
Sure does.
He brags a lot. He fucked a girl's grandfather.
And then killed her.
He
killed them
killed the
both,
grandfather, yeah.
presumably.
At the very least. Probably
Yeah.
killed a couple of her family, if not her.
I've watched time travel movies. If you kill the grandfather, you kill the daughter too.
Yeah, that's it.
That's true.
I've seen the time traveler's wife when
Yeah.
he fucks her grandfather.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Time or whatever. Yeah.
Divine Secrets of the time traveler.
Yeah, exactly.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Time. I would totally have seen that.
So Behemoth, who would be in our very twisted analogy at this point, the Cyclops' father, Eamnog's son.
Okay.
Also is known as a world titan or the star gargant, as a zodiac god beast.
That's cool. Is he made of stars?
He's like
Is he a constellation or like...
he's like kind of worshipped as a constellation. Like a constellation is named after him at the very least.
That's fucking legit.
I thought it was named after the Zodiac Killer.
He is
Ted Cruz?
Yeah, he is Ted Cruz.
Sigmar is buried in my front yard.
Yeah. No, this is Eamnog's son, and this is just a fun fact about him. He's a colossal creature of living stone.
Wow.
So, and Sigmar killed his dad, the guy that they named the Zodiac after, who's a colossal creature made of living stone, basically a living planet.
Cool.
Sigmar killed his dad.
Damn.
Yeah,
I wonder.
fucked him, then killed him.
That makes,
Right, hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
makes me think of Shadow of the Colossus, and I really want to play that.
Yeah.
game.
Have
It
you
looks
not?
very good. No, I haven't.
I never
It's
played
on
that.
PS4 now. You should absolutely get it. It is
Yeah.
very peaceful and remarkably good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I watched like half of a speed run last night. It looks so much fun.
Sutk is fantastic.
Yeah.
Sucked? Oh, Shadow of the Colossus.
S-O-T-C.
Okay.
Sutk.
I was like, what are you talking
Just
about?
like you can buy Batwa
Batwa,
on
yeah.
the Switch.
There's one that I know. Or, Mario Maker.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's hungry?
So, Sigmar came across primitive humans in these worlds, plagued by the attacks of monstrous beasts, and Sigmar slew the beasts and set to teaching the natives. Sigmar tosses.
Hey, it's me, your god.
Yeah, remember me from the old world? They're all like, oh, what old world?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Jesus Christ, you guys have regressed. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, like, okay. We're back to square one. You guys are suddenly at that point where you won't elect a female emperor anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you mean like last time?
Yeah. The last time when all the fucking shit fell apart? Like, Jesus Christ, guys.
Alright, I have to admit, I'm getting a little bit lost in the memes. What, like, sphere are we in right now?
He's just jumping between the spheres.
Yeah, Sigmar's
Okay.
still traveling through space to each sphere to pick up, basically, like, to find out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he's in his, like, Gulliver's Travels phase, where he's just, like, jumping to all these different worlds and exploring all the different things. So there's
Hang
one
out with the
world
dragon, kill the giant.
Yeah, there's one
Bunch of
world where
little
there's a bunch of
people,
tiny
time-
people
yeah,
who,
time
pin him
downs.
down, exactly.
Yeah.
So he does find humans in one of the worlds, and all the worlds are like, different climates and everything.
Presumably all the worlds are also new.
Yeah.
So that's why
These are, like-
shows up when there's cave people instead
Yeah,
of-
exactly. These are people with, flint tool or flint spears and things like
tied
that.
to the end of stick.
That's it.
He's got Sigmaronium armor or whatever it's
Exactly,
called.
yeah. He shows up in this shining suit of, like, glowing golden armor.
Yeah.
And just,
God.
like, kills all the beasts with, like, a single swing of his
Does he
hammer.
still have
Only
that
because
crown?
Sorry?
Does he still have that crown?
He has his,
presumably,
probably.
yeah.
Presumably, yeah, okay.
I love imagining him as, like, the ultimate parody of colonialism, where, like, the first caveman with like a flint hoe plants the first field, and then he, like, descends from the sky in a beam of light that, like, lands in the middle of the field,
Yeah.
and the energy from it just annihilates
all the
everything.
crops,
And he's just like, haha, I've come here to save you.
Stabs a guy, he falls down. He's like, I'll worship you. He's like, all right, take a little cocaine, that'll fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he's he's colonialism and a Victorian doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think Sigmar is funny as a bad person.
Yeah. Me life simple, but it rewarding.
Yeah.
And, like, flash of light from the sky just, like, crushes the caveman.
Only thing in me life that matter is maze.
Maze and family.
And then there's like a beam of light.
Maze and my 15 children. And then completely flattened.
Yeah, incinerates everything in front of him. He's just like, hello, I've come here to save you.
Okay, we worship you now.
And make you Christians.
You kill Ugg. You kill Ugg, town leader, only one who knew count.
The beam of light, the guy's like slightly too close and immediately just evaporates.
I love the idea of having to summon a dude to count shit for everyone in the town. Yeah,
Ugg, how many this?
yeah, exactly.
That 4.
And then-
okay, thank you, Ugg.
They have no concept of that when they're trading. They're like, oh, 4.
Yeah,
3.
Ugg just controls the market because he just tells everyone how many everything is. No, this more. No, that only 3.
He's running some sort of primitive corn racket.
Oh boy.
So Sigmar's with the cave people.
Yeah, Sigmar teaches them many things, and soon they once more worship the God King above all others. Of course. Over
Naturally.
Over the course of a few generations, the humans give up their tools of flint and begin to build. At first, just rough huts, but as centuries pass, villages turn to hamlets, turn to cities.
Rough huts. I like that. The way that sounds.
Rough huts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever do her in the rough hut?
Hell yeah.
That's another word for butt.
Jesus.
So during we're on topic here.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
I'm sorry. I'm so in character as douchebag Sigmar right
Yeah,
now.
no, I feel
yeah.
you. Don't worry about it.
He's wearing the armor and everything.
I have to draw this at some point. So, don't worry, I'm listening.
So during this time, Sigmar, guided by fate itself, located and awakened other gods, those he had known in his former life. So he formed.
He rallied the boys.
Yeah, he got his old boys back, the whole crew.
The boys are indeed
Back in town.
Among the ranks were the Duarden gods, Grungni, the Great Maker, and Grimnir the Furious. Duarden being Dwarven.
Yeah.
The Great Maker just builds a little tower, then the Furious knocks it over.
Yeah,
Complete
and
cycle.
they're brothers, and I imagine that's exactly how that dynamic plays
Jenga
out.
forever.
Yeah, Jenga forever. The gods of Jenga. if you
Yeah,
will.
exactly. Thank you.
Grungni, upon being freed, joined Sigmar in his quest to forge a world free of evil. Grimni, on the other hand, demanded he be set upon a foe to repay his debt right away. Sigmar wakes him up, and his brother up, and his brother's like, thanks so much for waking me up, dude. I was, lost out here. I'm with you. Let's make a world world without evil. And Grimney, his brother's like, that sounds so boring. Give me something to kill, then we'll call it even.
Yeah.
So Sigmar's like, okay, go kill Volcatrix, the mother of salamanders and the mythic creature that first birthed flame into the world.
I love
yeah,
that name.
fuck that.
Volcatrix.
That's a sick name. Yeah.
The mother of salamanders.
The word the
When he
worm.
spin the fucking wheel, he's just like, okay. Hey, Volcatrix, get her.
The mother of all. You got the mother of salamanders. That's gonna be hot.
Spin it again.
You landed on free parking. Ooh. So this is
Free parking.
So I kind of set this up earlier. The Volcatrix is a worm.
Okay.
Was said to uncoil endlessly from the molten rock beneath her.
Cool.
So she's just this fireworm that spews out of like the core of the earth endlessly, basically.
It's like it reminds me of the worm in the latest God of War that is just so massive when it moves like a lake drain.
Oh,
Yeah,
the world serpent.
Yeah, the world serpent.
Your Mungdendir.
You're
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Something like
Exactly.
that.
You're
McDonald's.
Igramon, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Egrig McDonald's.
Ronald McDonald, the world serpent.
Yeah. So the battle between Grimney and Volcatrix flattened mountains and created the plains of Akshi, though neither being relented. Eventually, both were destroyed, and they rained down as a torrent of meteors.
Cool.
So Akshi, if you guys will remember, was the realm of fire.
Yes.
So they
Actually?
Yeah, well, I listed it earlier, and when I listed the 8 realms.
What's the name though?
Akshi.
Actually, okay, I heard actually.
It's Ashi with a Q randomly interspersed in there.
Cool.
No U. Remember when they told you in elementary school that you could never write a Q without a U?
Listen, white person, I lived in Kuujjuaq for 6 years, which is
Put Q's on anything.
Kuujjuaq. So
Yeah.
don't you fucking
And-
tell me how to spell things.
You know what? I'm English. I bought Q-tips before.
That is true. That is
Oh, yeah, it's a hyphen.
true. Yeah, when you think about it, hyphen's really just a U, though. So
Yeah, it's just a U in disguise.
it's just a U flattened out.
Yeah. I was going to say that.
That's okay. Wait, I just registered that. That's funnier than.
It's like somebody got a vice, or it's like the hydraulic press machine, that popular YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
took
yeah.
a U and flattened it and created the hyphen.
Yes.
That's a little bit of English language lore for you guys.
Little etymology for you.
Yeah, etymology lore. On
Etymology
the
of the hyphen.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Ashki.
Grimney's gone. The gods were joined by Malarian of the Shadow Realm, and even Nagash, the great necromancer, who fought it with the immortal Sigmar in the old world.
Oh, so he came back as an immortal version of himself.
Yeah, well, he was the god of death at the time.
Right, yeah.
He was the
So
became the lord of death.
presumably could not die.
Yeah, exactly. And he comes back, shows up. He's awakened by Sigmar. Sigmar wakes him up. He's like,
Oh, okay.
I know we had some beef in the past, dude, but you're gonna be chill, right?
Yeah. Hey, we're getting real overpopulated. I need some of these old fogies to get the fuck out of town.
that's it.
So if you could come here and just like, I don't know, have like some, I don't know, decent funerals, that'd be cool.
He's like, okay, dude. I promise. I've calmed down. Don't.
Would the Lord of Death wake up very violently? You know when you wake up like one of your friends who... Yeah, exactly. Like you wake up your buddy who like passed out because he drank too much.
Yeah.
And he's like...
I
We have a mutual friend. Yeah,
I lived with him for a while.
this.
Every single time he wakes up like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Every
Oh
time he
my
wakes
God.
up, it's like someone threw a cold bucket of water on
Yeah.
his face. Like,
Oh, it was always
God.
the wildest thing. When he first, like, because I knew him through, he was a friend of my roommate, Danny, at the time.
Okay, yeah.
And so he would come over all the time and he would just pass out on our couch kind of thing. And,
Oh.
like, for the
Was
first
it
little while...
Steve?
No, another friend.
Okay.
It just freaked me out so fucking much. Like, every time you fucking wake up, like, Jesus Christ, man.
The
Like,
dude got mugged at some point though. So
yeah,
he's
he,
like,
he got jumped, and ever since then, he
Yeah.
just...
I got over that. I got jumped at one point as well.
Yeah, he got
I-
like a fractured orbital. And,
Oh, yeah.
like 15 guys like jumped on him and beat the shit out of him.
So,
basically.
weirdly enough, Peter O'Donohue lore, I got jumped by 15 dudes as well.
Oh, nice.
But I never got hit. Obviously, because I was not going to try and do anything, because
Yeah.
there was no way I could possibly defeat 15 men.
No,
But
exactly.
sucked enough dick to let
Exactly.
My,
Yeah.
my buddy, yeah, exactly. My buddy came outside and tried to help me, and they didn't even hit him, but like 4 or 5 guys grabbed him and just threw him on the ground, and then stole his phone.
Oh, nice. Well,
Yeah.
that's what you get for helping people.
Exactly. Never help anyone.
Yep.
That's the Peter O'Donohue lore minute. There you go. It's over.
Alariel, the Everqueen of the High Elves, saw in Sigmar the hope of a new life in the worlds. And Gorka Morka was won over to the God King's cause after a duel of the flattened mountains. So Gorka Morka is the
Oh, good. Let's get into this.
is the twin-headed god of the orcs.
I'm Gorka.
Gorka
I'm
and Morka.
Morka.
Gorka and Morka,
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
half the orcs worship Gorka, and half the orcs worship Morka.
So fucking stupid.
And it's like they're like one twin-headed like gargant. Basically.
Imagine
Oh
a presidential rally where every time you went to go cheer for the person you're cheering for, the other person is also there and
also
attached
there.
to their
Yeah.
body.
God.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like I'm playing Total War Warhammer right now, and
Yeah.
I play as the Greenskins because I collect orcs. And it's so funny because sometimes you'll get like random bonuses. It's like, oh, you know, the gods are favoring your army or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's always like, do you want to pay tribute to Gorka or do you want to pay tribute to Morka?
It's the same person.
And it's like to pay tribute to if you pay tribute to Gorka, it's like you get 6 leadership bonus for 5 turns, and if you pay tribute to Morka, you get 5 leadership bonus for 6 turns. It's just like essentially the exact same thing, just no matter who you worship. So
The second one seems better to me though. Like,
it's like 1 less bonus for 1 more turn.
Because it's 6-5 or 5-6.
yeah, I would rather the longevity.
Well, you've never played the game. I don't know how you could possibly say that. If you know you're going to be fighting in the next turn, why not just take the extra leadership bonus? Because then you
What does leadership bonus do?
Like you go through turns. Like I'm on you play for a little bit. You play for like an hour and a half, and you're probably on turn 90. Like
Okay.
like you go through turns really quick. There's some turns where
okay.
you're just like waiting for shit to build and stuff. Like
Okay.
you're moving around.
I was thinking of like like I've seen the top down of it. I was thinking of like Civ or something like that.
It's a lot like Civ. Yeah.
Okay.
But like. Are you like if you fight on turn 5, your army's not going to be fit to fight on turn 6.
Okay.
So you're not going to go picking fights anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So, but I mean, like the whole what I'm trying to get at is like they're essentially the same bonus anyway because it's essentially the same god. They both preach the same tenets. It's not like one of them is like
One of them wears a Pope hat. One of them wears like a Hasidic Jew hat.
yeah exactly.
What I'm trying to get at is I'm really good at a game I never played.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're flexing on me for a game that you've never played. It's cool.
Yeah, I saw a screenshot. I know what I'm talking about.
No, I walked into his
Top down,
room.
right? Top down. Yeah, I played games like that before, idiot.
I walked into his room and I said, "Is that Crusader Kings?" And that is the only experience I've had with.
And then before I could answer, he's like, I could beat that game.
Nerd, you punch you in the back of the neck.
So each of these gods gives to Sigmar a divine gift in return for their new life, and Azir, the realm of the god king had chosen as his own, thrived above the rest. So Sigmar is like god of gods now. He's kind of like what Ulrich was in the old pantheon.
Well, there was an opening. There was an opening for that job.
Exactly.
Considering Ulrich was drained of all his powers
in an attempt to resurrect the lore master's brother.
Yeah,
at the
which
time,
fucked up
which did not work.
really badly.
Yeah, it was bad timing to do that. It didn't go good.
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
plans work, and then there's that one.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we've got.
You never know if you didn't try.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
You miss 100% of the shots.
Exactly.
you
You
miss-
miss 100% of the gods you don't sacrifice.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is gonna be really fucked up. That is literally 100% of the words I was about to say.
we are spending too much time together.
Yeah, that's fucked up. We need a divorce.
Thank God he's going to France next week.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 some time to catch up.
Exactly.
Each of the gods was assigned a realm after a pact had been formed and various oaths sworn. Trade flourished by means of the realm gates. Even Gorka Morka was consumed by his task to clear the wilds of the monsters, the world of monsters. Though eventually he fell into his old habits of random violence. So I don't know if I mentioned this on the first episode or if I've just talked with you guys about this, but like when you have an orc army, you have something called animosity.
Okay.
And if your animosity, if like you don't fight something in too long, your orcs start fighting each other. Because they just like they worship Gorka Morka and they just love to fight all the time. And if you don't give them something to fight, they'll literally.
You
just
kind of
start fighting each other.
alluded to it in which like the barbarians of the north and then the orcs as well kind of fight all the time, and like Archaon's power, he was so strong he managed to get people to follow him that he managed to organize these complete lunatics in some way.
It was a really similar thing, but that was like specifically for chaos, and like the orcs never joined chaos. They would never like swear to. They've never bowed the knee to chaos. They've always been like, "Fuck you. We worship Gorka Morka. We'll fight till we die because we don't give a fuck."
Okay.
All we want is to fight.
Yeah, it feels like a game mechanic that I wouldn't enjoy. That if you're just like getting ready for the next battle and they start fighting each other, it's like, oh, that's annoying.
Little baby Jamie doesn't have enough bloodlust.
Well, I'm
Keep
really
his
good
fucking orcs fighting.
Listen to me, I'm really good at this game. Okay.
I can beat this game. I saw a screenshot. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
So in Warhammer Total War, it's actually called fightiness.
Fightiness.
Yeah.
Well, that's what orcs would call it,
They have
right?
high fightiness.
Yeah,
and,
because red is fast.
yeah, exactly.
That's it. Time to fight. Get Ugg to count for us how many we fight.
Yeah. So Gorka Morka eventually like succumbs to this too, where he's like Sigmar's like, okay, Gorka, You too, Morka. Listen up now. You guys,
Yeah.
you guys,
Yeah,
focus.
both fingers
you guys,
snapping.
you guys with me? Yeah, right here. I need you guys to fight. And they're both like, oh, yeah, we love fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. He's like, oh, okay, wait. I don't need you to just fight anyone.
Like, open the door already. He's like,
Yeah,
whoa!
that's it. Whoa. Hold on. Sit back down. Right here.
Let go of the door handle.
Yeah. You want this heart? You want this heart to eat? Yeah. You gotta sit. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a stick on a string. He's like,
Yeah,
okay.
I need you guys to go fight monsters. Okay, yeah, we can do that. And they peel off and they end up like fighting monsters for so many years until like they actually start like getting rid of all the numbers, and then they're just like, well, we're out of monsters to fight. Let's just kill anything that we come across, basically. So they do kind of go back to their old ways, and all of the gods kind of go back to their old ways. So they sign these pacts, and they form all these agreements. They're like, we're going to be good this time, right, guys? I'm Sigmar. I brought you back so we can make a world with order. And Nagash, like Lord of the Dead's like, oh, yeah, Sigmar, no problem, buddy.
Yeah, I won't raise the dead, not once.
I
But
promise,
then
I promise I won't pervert the sanctity of death at all. Like,
but they get to the end of their contract.
yeah, which realm do you want? I'll take Realm of the Dead.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in there?
He's gonna get a bunch of Gillette razors and shave their face.
Yeah, that's it.
Raise the dead.
Yeah. I'm thinking about starting a metal band, and I just feel like we'll have better audiences there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're probably more into it.
Yeah. So, for a while, those born into these worlds knew paradise as civilizations stretched towers up to the heavens and flourished under the watchful eye of Sigmar.
So this is like the 15 to 20 minutes of the Warhammer universe that were actually okay to live
Mostly at peace. Yeah,
in.
exactly.
Okay, that's interesting.
This is known as the Age of Myth. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of
Yeah, because no one believes it actually happened.
Yeah, exactly. It's like literally like, could you imagine not violence?
Yeah, a guy holding another guy by the scruff of the neck, and his buddies telling him, it's like, there was an age of peace. He's like, idiot.
Yeah.
If our world was the Warhammer universe, that would be now. Like, it's pretty peaceful compared to the rest of all.
It's good enough so far,
Most
yeah.
peaceful period in human history.
Yeah.
Still, a lot
Age
of
of
war
Myth.
out there.
Yeah, it's not happening, really.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's a slow descent into peace.
So, Sigmar, however, bearing the light of civilization, could not see the shadows which coiled just beyond its reach. Glutted on the billions of souls consumed in the death of the last world, the Chaos Gods eyed the new realms with avarice.
Damn.
So after the Age of Myth comes the Age of Chaos. But what? We just finished with the Age of Chaos.
Yeah,
But we didn't kill the gods. That was our mistake.
Yeah, right? From all the realm gates, a tide of chaos warriors spewed forth, covering the lands and claiming them in the name of their dark gods.
cool.
The 8 realms fell to the unrelenting forces of chaos eventually, all but Sigmar's own celestial realm, Azir. Sigmar and his fellow gods were pushed back until Sigmar could only watch from his golden throne the outer world's fall.
Damn.
So Chaos wins again, guys. Great episode.
Are you serious?
No.
I was like, okay, we just hit 52 minutes. That's a possibility.
I mean, it's almost there.
No, yeah. No,
Entire
right.
cities were given up in ritual sacrifice to the Chaos Gods, and mountains were made of the dead. The natural inhabitants of these realms were nightmarishly transformed into chaotic beasts and monsters. So Chaos shows up, and they take all the locals, and they're like, we're going to use you in fucked up rituals and make mountains out of your bodies. And they're just like, we've only known peace for the past 10,000 years. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but look at our golden towers that reach towards the heavens. Like,
The most dangerous thing I have here is just a wet towel that I can whip you with.
everything is baby proof. Like,
Rubber quarters.
yeah, rubber quarters on absolutely everything. Like,
Quickly, plug in your electric sword. He's like, I can't. There's that plastic shield in front of it.
trying to peel it off. Like, oh man, we have to keep our fingernails so short so we don't scratch anybody.
They go to kill him. They throw one of the dudes. They just bounce off a rubber wall into a foam pit. It's like, no, we can't even kill them in this atmosphere.
Yeah, they throw him off a cliff, but he just bounces back up and lands on his feet.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ooh, okay.
It's like all the butchers in the world, just like they only have like super dull knives, and they just like end up like beating meat with.
Animals have just evolved to like separate
What,
into
fall
steak
apart?
whenever
Yeah.
they die.
the only meat is lizard tail. So like, anytime you need meat, you just grab a lizard and it drops its tail.
I was thinking of something even more ridiculous where you just like walk up to a sheep that naturally evolved a zipper and you just like pull it back and it just falls apart.
With a smile on its face.
the most peaceful way to go. Death by zipper.
Like a slinky, it just separates.
So the people do fight back despite not really having any kind of real weapons.
Despite only having safety scissors.
Yeah, exactly. They only have right-handed scissors too, which is really unfortunate for the left-handed people, but they never had to use them before.
They gotta go.
Yeah, well, if it's a peaceful place, there's no more left-handed people.
No, exactly. There can be no true peace with the lefties out there. Sigmar, however, saw hope in the valiant, almost feral humans who fought tooth and nail to protect our worlds. He saw a spirit with a strength...
Tooth and short nail. Come on.
Before we get too far from left-handedness, do you know that there's more mental illness tied to, like, there's a correlation between left-handedness and mental illness?
Really?
If you're left-handed, you're more likely to be mentally ill.
Or is it if you're mentally ill, you're more likely to be left-handed?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what correlation is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Not exactly.
Whoa,
Not does
do
not
not
equal
know.
causation.
Yeah.
You heard it from Jamie, folks. If you're left-handed, you're an idiot. Jamie just said that. I don't know why he said it on our podcast, but man, Jamie really calling people out.
That is like the 100-year-old way to call someone mentally ill.
an idiot. Yeah. So Sigmar saw a spirit with a strength of hope equal to the power of their enemy's savagery. Often, in the midst of defiant last stands or doomed charges into the face of evil, warriors would disappear in flashes of golden lightning.
Was he ascending them?
So,
Did he like rapture people? Kind of.
What?
so they were being transported to Sigmar's realm.
Okay, well, this is what I mean. Sorry, this is a Christian or Catholic thing. To be
rapture.
raptured is to be taken off the earth by God.
Brought down.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The rapture is when like all the good Christians ascend to heaven
Yeah.
and everyone else.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
left in
So-
purgatory.
I saw that Simpsons episode where Lisa went up and then Homer dragged her back down.
No,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was going. Yeah, I guess she was being raptured.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the rapture. Is the rapture LDS? Like, is that Latter-day Saints?
No, I'm fairly certain that
What
rapture...
Warhammer expansion is that?
Latter-day Cultists.
the Church of Sigmar and the Latter-day Saints. I think those are Mormons, aren't they, or something?
It might be Mormon, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Latter-day Saints-
Latter-day Saints is Mormon, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
But I thought like the idea of rapture was either that or like Jehovah's or.
I don't know
something,
enough
yeah.
about it.
Well, yeah, we'll do lore of religion next week.
No,
Oh,
we won't.
somebody write at us and say like, hey, this is what the rapture is.
Yeah, please
Yeah,
tell
let us know. Or email us.
Yeah, we ignorant.
We are ignorant of Christianity.
Yeah.
They were being transported to Sigmar's realm.
I
where
still respect it, but just to let you know, if you're a
he
Christian-
respects it a lot more than he respects left-handed people. So
Yeah.
know that.
Clearly.
If you're a left-handed atheist, James thinks you're an idiot and worse than Christians.
Yeah.
Just I mean, it's his words. I don't know why I keep saying these things.
Yeah, if you look up left hand in like, I think left hand in Latin.
sinister.
Yeah, it's a sinister hand. Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that must mean they're evil, right?
Yep.
Sigmar is-
Etymology. That's the etymology podcast. So
Yep.
that mean, if the word for left-handed comes from
Etymology is causation.
exactly, yeah. Which is
Yeah,
also
that's-
correlation.
That's what they say. Sigmar is rapturing folk.
Sigmar is transporting them to Sigmar's realm, where Sigmar is setting upon them trials to become Stormcast Eternals, which are the
Angels?
They're the like this new figure in Age of Sigmar specifically, which are basically like Ultramarines in fantasy.
Cool.
So you look at them; they're modeled a lot like
Huge body,
Ultramarines
tiny
from,
head.
from Warhammer 40k, which is like huge, like super rounded shoulder pads, and they all have swords, and yeah, they're essentially divine.
They'll have big safety scissors now.
Yeah, exactly. Big right-handed safety scissors, because
Yeah.
we all know no left-handed people are getting raptured.
Hell no.
It wouldn't happen. Yeah.
But no, wouldn't happen.
Jamie's true colors revealed.
Yeah, the Stormcast Eternals are essentially Sigmar's wrath made manifest. With an army of these, Sigmar would be ready to wage war once more upon the forces of chaos.
So he takes them out, upgrades them, and sends them back.
And then he's gearing up. He's
Okay.
getting ready to
Yeah.
lead them.
Putting a posse together.
Yeah, once he gets his posse with these, the God King would usher in the Age of Sigmar.
Okay, he grabbed all the white figurines, painted them, and then got ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he gave them blue and gold as their default colors.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, you're talking like the unpainted models?
Yeah, exactly.
They're gray.
yeah.
Are they gray?
Yeah,
the ones
they're
I
gray.
saw at Ethan's looked white, but
No, they're great.
Yeah, gray. Maybe you're
Yeah,
colorblind.
you're thinking maybe
and
of, like,
left-handed.
Reaper
you
miniatures.
fucking maniac.
yeah, they're Bobby Fairies. Maybe
Yeah,
I
those
could
are
do
Reaper
that.
miniatures.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just another miniature brand. Yeah, so this ushers in the Age of Sigmar, which is where the new expansion series, like most of the canon battles, will take place.
Yeah.
Where when you're playing Stormcast Eternal, so you're playing like after this point where he first makes them, and the whole thing is like you're trying to reclaim the 8 realms back from the forces of chaos.
Cool.
Cool.
The storyline of Age of Sigmar.
Good.
Essentially.
Awesome.
So that's our episode, guys.
That's our
That was-
Sigmar trilogy.
Yeah, that was my
Sigmar
favorite
trilogy.
one. That really paints like a big world picture,
Yeah.
like with all the 8 different ones.
That's
and-
it. That's why I was so excited to do this originally. This was supposed to be the first episode originally.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, how can we talk about this stuff? Like, like it wouldn't have felt as good if we didn't like know who Sigmar was and like the shit that he went through and like
absolutely
because it's like he woke up Nagash and you guys would have been like cool who's that
you know so. He was like some kind of necromancer king who gives a fuck like you can't exactly.
So if you did just listen to this episode and you're like that was good but it could have been better, you can go back and listen to the last 2 episodes.
Unless you're left-handed, then just don't listen anymore.
Do phones even work in your left hand?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think
I'm pretty
so.
sure the left hand is physically colder than the right, so you can't actually use a touchscreen.
So wait, how many people are we ostracizing right now? Like 1 in 10?
Something.
That's not so bad. Statistically, that's fine. Yeah.
You're the only one who said anything ill about left-handed people. Ethan, personally love the left-handers.
Yes.
Okay? I love the lefties. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those freaks, okay?
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
True freaks.
Yeah, that's it. There's just something so gorgeous about being so different, so brave, you know?
So mentally ill.
The good left-handed march is so pure.
Yeah, it's just like, why did they do that? I don't know, but it's cute.
They hold their signs weird.
Yeah, something about them.
I don't mind you guys, but anyways.
I always complain about zippers and scissors and stuff.
My father's left-handed. I still go to Christmas with him.
Oh, so you're...
I'll tolerate him, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tolerate him 3 times a year at family gatherings.
Yeah. Birthday, Christmas, some other thing.
But one time he handed me my birthday card with his left hand, I just vomited.
Yeah. I was gonna say you took it home and washed it before opening it.
Like picks it up and like the tips of his fingers like
thank you, Father.
Thanks, Father. Thanks, Bob. So that was our Sigmar episode. If you guys liked it, feel free to let us know. loreboyspodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
We'd love it if you guys wrote to us because we'll read out your emails on air. Similar to reviews, go to Apple Podcasts and
any podcast app. I'm realizing that our RSS feed goes out to like 100 different places that all have different ratings on them. So just leave us a review.
It helps
and
anywhere. Yeah,
we will find it and we will read it.
We'll
iTunes, as far as they go, like if you want to give us the most bang for your buck for the review or just your time rather, is iTunes gives us the most of a boost. So if you are really looking to help us, go to iTunes. But if you put any positive stuff about us anywhere, we're really happy.
Well, we can guarantee we'll see it on iTunes. At the very least. So if you want us to read it out on air, put it on iTunes and we'll read it out. Unless it's like, I don't know, like a 1-star review that's slamming us or something, which I couldn't imagine why.
Well, actually, we read our YouTube comment that was really mean about us. So we'll read it.
It was kind of funny mean though.
It was.
If it's funny mean, then we'll read it. But like, make it a 5-star comment at least. It could be mean, but 5-star, and we're good with that.
Yeah.
I'm Ethan. I've been your host on this episode of the Lore Boys podcast. You can find me at Ethan the Deadman on Twitter. It's probably the best place to find me. And you can find Peter at
Pete O'Donohue on Twitter. I lurk mostly, but I'm still there if you want to tweet at me. I am the cartoonist for the show. You can check out our art at theloreboys.com or loreboys.com. They both redirect. And if you want to download full-size images of the artwork, 1080p, it's on Omanahue on DeviantArt. And I suppose that's all that matters about me. Oh, and our Instagram, which is Loreboys Podcast on Instagram if you want to see updates and dumb stories and pictures of our pets. And James.
So, mostly where you'll find me is on twitch.tv/theloreboys. If you want to know when we're streaming, either put your notifications on for that or like us on Facebook because usually I will, anytime I'm going to have a stream, I'll put it on Loreboys Facebook. So like us there. That's where we have the most, I think, right now. It's either that or Instagram, but
it's Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. And, come check us out. If you want to see something really funny that we've done recently, last night I did an Accounting Plus stream. It's a game voiced by Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty, and a lot of laughs. So that's up there. That's saved on twitch.tv/loreboys. If you want to see what our streams are like, check that one out. And I always say Thursdays, but really it's kind of been fluctuating a little bit lately, but I'm trying to aim for Thursdays.
Keep your eyes on the skies.
That's it. Like us on Facebook at The Lore Boys and subscribe on or follow on Twitch.tv.
Arguably, the best and easiest way to find us is go to theloreboys.com, and links to all of our social media is on the website.
Yeah.
And also, a link to our Cash Money is on the website. So, Ethan, I believe we have possibly the best offer thus far for our new listeners.
I mean, I want to go ahead and say, like, yes, absolutely, best offer. I've experienced it myself. It is out of this world. So, as you guys know, we do Lore Boys Premium, where you pay a small monthly fee, and we try and give back to you guys. It supports the show. It supports us financially. Helps us buy Jamie a $22 mic.
Oh, it's so nice. How's it sound, guys? ASMR.
How's it sound? Go ahead and speak into their ears for them.
So, this is what my mic sounds like. And
what? What?
Hey guys,
I can't hear you.
James here. Welcome to the Lore Boys.
You get
Look
those
at the
Lore Boys tingles.
Boys here. We're starting the episode all over again. No, but if you want to support us, stuff like that, so we can buy mics and buy, food every once in a while, get new clothes, stuff like that.
Capture cards, all that fun stuff.
Capture cards, yeah.
Every-
Eventually pay bail and get out of here, but
God, I hope.
someday.
Yep.
So we do Lore Boys Premium. This week, as you guys know, I was recently catfished. I went to go meet a woman, and when I got there, she was ripped in two, and there was a giant cyclops with one boob and one eye and one nostril.
And one tooth.
And one tooth and one mouth and one tongue and one love. And so we've been dating for a couple weeks now, and things are going good. But
I like the braces you got for it, just on that one tooth.
the brace, yeah.
It's really nice.
It really, I got a thing for braces. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so she's polyamorous, and she's looking for other lovers, which I don't like, but I don't have...
She's very tall.
I don't have a say in anything in the relationship.
Yep.
So I'm putting it out there. Anybody who wants to date her with me, sign up for Lore Boys Premium, and we'll put you in the running to get a date with her. Maybe we could we could triple date. You know,
it's only $14.99 a
That's
month.
it. The fun thing about the Warhammer
$14.99 a month,
universe,
and you get a chance to date my Cyclopean girlfriend.
Yeah.
The fun thing about the Warhammer universe is that everyone will be given a gun or a sword or something. So it's like polyarmory.
Hey,
Also, yeah,
there you go.
exactly, yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah.
maybe
has
that's the
weapons.
point behind it.
And that's
Constitutes.
a Lore Boys out.
Goodbye.
Oh, thanks for sticking by for 3 episodes.
Yeah, we did it.
it.